We have a problem with our grass in our garden here. It gets half shade pretty much all through the day because it's sheltered from the house here, so it doesn't get any direct sunlight. Maybe that back area does get some sunlight, but it can be a bit hit and miss. And as you can see, over the winter it has compacted, got boggy, become really patchy. It wasn't fantastic to start with, to be perfectly honest, because we only really seeded this lawn last year, but it certainly hasn't taken as we would have hoped. And the problem is that the soil that we have is this really thick clay compacted stuff that just holds on to water and gets really compacted, so it's quite difficult for those grass roots to get down there. So this year I am determined to see what I can do to fix that. So I've got a couple of experiments that I'm trying here, and I'll walk you through them. So this first area here, this first strip, I dug out all of the top clay compacted soil, which had a lot of this like algae moss on it. This is definitely the worst patch, so I dug that all up, hence the buckets of them here, just haven't taken them through to the tip yet. And what I did is I then put a layer of sharp sand mixed with compost, probably about, I don't know, yay deep. So I tried to put in a bit of a better bed for the grass so that it wasn't going to be so compacted, mixing in quite a lot of sharp sand into the soil. Really heavily seeded it and then covered it over again with another light layer of compost and sharp sand. Good water, and then put this net over so that the birds don't dig it up, or as the shoots hopefully start to grow, start picking up the shoots there. And that was planted, I'd say probably 10 days ago, and at the moment we haven't seen any evidence of growth coming through, or germination. But that being said, we are in early April, and the weather has been pretty cold, to be honest. We even had a bit of snow yesterday, so not too surprising nothing's germinated yet. You can sow seed late in the autumn so that it can overwinter and have fresh growth in the spring, so it's not too much of a concern that nothing's coming up yet, but would certainly like to see something happening. This one, pretty much the same process. The only difference, as you can see, I haven't stamped it down, so it's still got that mixture of the sharp sand, the compost and the grass seed in it. I just haven't stamped that one down to see if it, just leaving it a bit looser on top, would have a bit of a different result. Again, with the netting staked over for the birds. And then finally, this section here, I got a bit lazy, to be perfectly honest, but we'll see how the results go. I just seeded it, just really put a lot of grass seed down, and pretty much left it. I did rake it a little bit to just try and get some of the grass seed down into the nooks and crannies there, but pretty much left it to its own devices. The only thing that I would say that I've done here is we've got a big masonry drill bit, and you can see that I've drilled all of these big holes pretty much all over with a masonry drill bit, and the aim of that is to just drill right down through the clay layer down to something that's a little bit more gravelly underneath, and hopefully that will create an artificial drainage so that the water's not just going to sit with nowhere to go in this clagged soil. So that is the experiment that we've done here, to just see if doing these holes with the big mason drill bit, and it was a good 5 inches long that we went down, and you can, as you're drilling down, you can feel it hard, and then it shoots down, and that's when you know that you've got through that really nasty clay stuff. So that's what we've done there. And then similarly on this patch here, you can see that I've also done the masonry drill bit holes as well, exactly the same as I did before. Difference being, in this bit I haven't actually seeded it. I just kind of want to see what happens when the weather warms up, and the soil has been given the opportunity to breathe, how that affects the grass. So bit of an experiment on 4 different areas, and we'll keep you updated about which one seems to be having the best results, if any, at this stage. If this doesn't work, then what I might do is just do patch repair like I have here and replicate it in the other parts of the lawn, and hopefully by the end of the year we should have something kind of resembling a lawn. But it's very tricky soil to work with. I mean, you can just look at that, it's just, I'm pressing that quite hard and it's not breaking up at all. It's horrendous stuff. So we'll keep you posted and see how that goes.